Welcome to the WBC arena. Excited to be here for this one. I'm Todd Grisham. Next to me, of course, is Johnny Nelson.
Looking forward to this one, Todd.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And getting ready to fight here, Oleksandr Usyk, 6'3" and 198-centimeter reach. And he'll face the Bronze Bomber, 6'7" tall, with that massive 83-inch reach.
There's an amazing reach advantage, which you do not actually realize is there until you get popped by that jab. The distance that's created is ridiculous.
Oleksandr Usyk, the former undisputed cruiserweight champion and heavyweight champion of the world, fighting out of Ukraine. The Bronze Bomber, only 216 pounds, but one of the biggest hitters in heavyweight history.
Just take note, Todd. Check out the reach. Check it out.
The fighters are in the ring. It's time for the official introductions. Here's the Hall of Famer, Jimmy Lennon Jr.
This bout is scheduled for 8 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, here is the Olympic gold medalist from Ukraine, an undisputed cruiserweight world champion, and a unified heavyweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk. Fighting out of the blue corner, an Olympic bronze medalist from Tuscaloosa, Alabama, a hard-hitting, sensational knockout artist, and a WBC heavyweight champion of the world, the Bronze Bomber, Deontay WILDER.
All the talking has been done. It's time to start doing the walking.
Todd, it's one of my favorite venues.
All right.
You can't get a better place to fight in.
So a capacity crowd here for this one. We've been waiting a long time for this matchup. Here we go. What a fight we expect this one to be. Both of these athletes primed and ready. Just missed with that hook. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Miss with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Both men step back for just a moment. How about that time counter shot? Beautiful counter shot. Nice counter shot. This counter fighter believes in the anything you can do, I can do better. They'll let you throw a punch first, and they'll answer you and usually hit you harder.
They have got great ring IQ. Counter punches are the best.
Big shots from both these fighters. Got to be careful, though.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. Which one of these athletes is going to say, I can't take it anymore? You'd like to see someone use a jab here to establish a boxing presence, but no, they just want a very close round with 10 seconds to go. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
So they don't get complacent. You think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
Now you're going to let it. Can't miss it. Now, good work. Stay focused.
What do we expect to see here in round 2? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Ronda Rousey once told me when she gets into a fight, her mentality was minimum effort, maximum efficiency.
How you deal with a slugger, you've got to use brain over brawn. Building a matador, pop, jab, move. Get them angry.
One moment changes everything, especially in this division. There's a counter shot. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, and there's not a lot separating these two.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them. More than happy.
This fight has a real good flow to it. He threw a punch and just got countered. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. Nice work to block that right uppercut. Those counter punch. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. That bell could not have come soon enough for this guy.
On the job.
Wow,
that was a terrible round, that
leagues.
was. Come on. You let him back into the fight.
There's the bell for round 3. So the fight will continue. How do they turn things around?
This is one of those situations. You've just been hurt, you've got to get out there again. Be smart, be sharp. Don't be a fool, don't get suckered in. Make him fight your fight. Hold him, tie him up, just until your head clears again and your legs come back again. Because if you don't, he's going to pop you off.
He missed with that jab. A lot of effort being exerted here. Beautiful counter punch. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Well done with that counter shot. That hook was off target. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as a fighter.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Straight right just misses. halfway through the round, and I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
That hook was thrown with some bad intentions. The straight right just misses. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Misses with that straight left. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight.
They're varied up a little. Listen.
Things are starting to heat up now as we enter the fifth. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so powerful, you've got to think him. You've just got to be smarter than him. You've got to be like a little Fagin and pickpocket him.
Can't throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You're going to get knocked out. Is he going to punch himself out, though? Can they figure out the combination to this sink?
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Nice exchange here from both men. We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to fight it somehow.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talking about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, this is the time that the trainer needs to come in and say something special. This fighter needs to turn the tables in this next.
Good work, that's it.
Let's start the sixth. Well, they got battered last round. How do they turn their fortunes around?
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you, and that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Punch, counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice counter punch right up the middle. Back and forth they go. Nice counter shot. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. This has been a very competitive round between these two.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder. Usyk might go down here. What an upset! they've shaken it off.
Now they've got to wake up. They've got to get on the back foot, clear the head a little bit, then jump back into it again. It's all about the hustle. Get back on it.
This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. Well, we're entering desperation mode here. Gonna need a knockout.
Needs a knockout without a doubt. Needs to go out there.
Around on your jab.
Here comes round 7. After that last round, something has got to change.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart.
Oh my goodness, Johnny! Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. Apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again.
Defense, defense, defense is everything because they got shot once. They know they can get caught again. So for now, just defense. Work on defense. Blocking and stopping and shooting.
Perfect counter shot. That uppercut misses. To be a judge in this fight as both fighters have had their big moments.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
I want to think of holding on here for a minute. Good counter punching. Jab misses. Can't land the jab there. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about Oleksandr Usyk in that last round. What would you tell this guy? He's got to do something different.
Every second, every minute of this fight is important.
We don't care. Okay.
And there's the bell for round 8. Coming off a very tough round. Let's see what they do here.
Now he knows he's been hurt. He's going to come out and put the pressure on. He's going to throw the kitchen sink at you. You've got to be ready for that. Don't fight fire with fire. Hold him off. Be smart because he's going to try and put you under pressure. He knows your legs have gone. He knows your head's not cleared. Be sharp.
What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
Perfect counter lands. You don't want to and the bronze bomber goes down. Thank goodness we've got instant replay. We get to see it again.
Shot from the gods, they say. A shot from the gods.
You saw it here live, a knockout win. Congratulations.
A knockout victory? That's not a knockout victory. That is somebody saying, I'm here, I've arrived. Try that again, it will happen all over again.